Alrighty, collectors, welcome. Today we are going to be going over our master set for Paradox Rift. Paradox Rift. Okay, this was a set that completely surprised me.
Yeah, you were not.
I was not into this.
It's not 151.
It's not 151. I really enjoyed 151. It was a lot of fun. But then when I started looking at some of the cards that were getting released or leaked, I started getting more and more excited because there are some really pretty cards inside of Paradox Rift. And we had a great time collecting it. So I think we did, 3 booster box cases?
Yes.
So that's 18 booster boxes.
2 ETB cases?
And then we ended up buying 2 extra booster boxes. So I think we did 20 booster boxes. I think we did 1 case of ETBs. And then, all the different kind of promos and stuff like that came out. We did not do any of the Pokemon Center exclusives or anything like that for this set. We do not have any PSA cards back yet. I submitted the Screamtail and the Iron Bundle promos to PSA, like 4 or 5 each, to try to get a 10 and at least one of those, because I really like those promos. I thought they did a really good job with those. So additionally, we'll probably send out a couple of the waifu cards eventually, because she really likes the waifu cards. So with that, let's go ahead and get right into our Paradox Rift Master Set. And all right, with this one, we went for a black Voltex binder. Mainly just because that's what was in inventory on Amazon. Nothing special about the color way we were color coding any of these. It's just mostly what do they have available. But we do like the Voltex for like 4 per page.
Oh yeah, it's the protection of it and everything is, and then like it's got this nice like felt lining.
Yeah, so the biggest takeaway from this one is, again, we do put them in their sleeves here, but then we also, for the hits, we actually put those in the clear binder. So you got that. I
love the color.
You got that Frostlass right there. And then again, what I really like about Pokemon sets outside of 151 is that they are color coded. That does make it a lot easier when you're putting these sets together.
You didn't have fun doing 151 in all different colors?
Well, if you remember, I also sold like 2 standalone master sets, and it was horrible. So we do have the Armorage here, the Iron Moth. I do really like the reverses of that. I thought about putting those in clears. I may do it at a later date. Coming into the water, got that Garchomp. We did pull a bunch of the EXs. So I will say with Paradox Rift, the biggest takeaway is that they did remove double bangers. So that was kind of a letdown. It is a harder set to complete. The biggest the reason that we didn't like it is because the double bangers, and then obviously my wife's favorite Pokemon, the Wiglet.
It is not my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, it is. For obvious reasons. No. She loves it. Then you've got that Mewtwo EX. I actually have a deck built out of that one. It's a really strong, powerful Pokemon.
But its value is garbage.
There's not a whole lot of people playing with it in the meta, but I am.
That Iron Hands over there in the corner is still holding strong.
Tapu Koko, Iron Hands is a really powerful card when combined with the Miraidon, and so that's why people are using it. Then you've got the Cofigurus. I use a lot of the Natus and Zatus. It's got a really powerful quirk in there that allows you to put an additional energy down. And then once you put that additional energy down, it kind of gives you the ability to draw 2 cards. So a super useful, Pokemon
feature.
Yeah, and then you got that Screamtail. I did like the reverses.
The Screamtail.
Yeah, so the Screamtail is really done well right there. We have an Iron Valiant here, which again, if you want to bring out the... We've got a crimped Iron Valiant. So if you've watched any of our other videos, we're not big into the error cards and the crimped cards and things of that nature. We just don't really know what to do with them. So if you're somebody that really likes them, reach out to us on our channel because we are more than willing to trade for these. as well as if you have like a general understanding of like what the value is, then please let us know because we do not know.
I pulled that card
but we've got a perfectly crimped top up at the top for an Iron Valiant EX.
And I pulled it from the Iron Valiant box.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, this package is open. And you were like, no, it came from Pokemon Center. Why would it be, or Pokemon, why would it be open? And then we pull it and, yeah, definitely crimped.
Yeah, so if you know anything about that, please let us know. Or if you want to trade for it or something, just let us know. All right, and then you've got the Hoopa EX here going into the Toxtricity. Got that Sandy Shocks EX right here. Slitherwing, which is done really well. Keep going through these. The initial ones for the dark Pokemon aren't all that great. But you do have that Brute Bonnet. That reverse is super nice. And then that, obviously, the Roaring Moon is the new hotness. It's got a one-shot KO for the Pokemon itself. So it's a really powerful card in the meta. And then you've got your Aegislash, your Skeledirge, the Goldango, and then that Altaria. Keep going through here. Nothing really big to point out except for right here we got the Mousehold and then that Bombardier. Which again, this is a really good card if it's your first turn and you end up having it. Outside of that, I don't think it's an incredibly powerful Pokemon. Then you start getting into some of these trainers, which are super useful. And we were really surprised to see that some of these trainers are going for like $2 by themselves. I got that Earthen Vessel. I've got a bunch of those in my deck. Super powerful. Discard a card, look for 2 energies, put them in your hand. Super useful. Then you've got these technical machines, which are incredibly powerful. Because then at the start of the game, you can use something like Evolution, or like what I like to use is that Turbo Energize. Put it on one of my bases that I know that somebody's going to knock out anyway. But get my Mew or my Mewtwo a bunch of basic energies on him. So he's super powerful when he comes out. Alright, and then we've got our Crustle. Got a Dottler, and this is going to get us right into our illustration rares. We did pull every illustration rare. We did not have to buy any of the illustration rares. So that was really unique and really cool. Got the Minun and Plusle. We did end up pulling duplicates of each of those. I think we sold it as a pair, right?
Yeah. Oh, no, we did not.
Got that Gimmighoul. Got that Groudon right there. I was pretty sure we pulled 2 of those. So we either lost one or I was wrong. But whatever. We got at least one. That's all that matters. The Garbodor, we pulled a bunch of those. Yveltal, we pulled a bunch of those. Morpeko, I think we pulled like 3 or 4 of those. I love that Morpeko card. That's one that I made PSA. Then we have a Steelix here. That was one that everybody kind of really liked. Continuing on, we got that Apom, which was done really well. Trying to think if there's any other illustration rares. Our son really liked that Loudred, so we ended up pulling a duplicate and giving him one. Now we get right into our ultra rares here. I think the Tapu Koko is probably one of my favorite ultra rares. We pulled a couple of those. I was surprised to see they're only like $2 because it's a gorgeous card, but not very popular. Iron Hands, again, that's a super popular card. Got that Iron Valiant here. We pulled a bunch of those. Got Sandy Shocks, ultra rare. We ended up, did we have to buy this one?
Yes.
Yeah, we had to buy this Roaring Moon ultra rare. So that one hurt the pocketbooks. But we got everything else on this page. I believe we pulled all of the trainers. Yeah, we did pull. And then we pulled like 3 or 4 of these. Personally, I think that this Parasol Lady is better than the SIR version down here. But I think we pulled like 3 or 4 of those.
Tulip, we
got that Tulip. I do like that Tulip.
Chantel.
Yeah.
We got literally the Chantel. I think duplicates of everything.
Yeah. And then now we start getting into SIRs. This is where it was a little hard to do because it was not really guaranteed in anything. So it became a little difficult to do. So we got a Garchomp. We had to buy the Golisopod. We did pull the Tapu Koko. We had to buy the Iron Hands, which again is not my favorite artwork. I know that people really like it. I do not. I think it's an ugly card, but I needed it for the master set. Iron Valiant, I think we pulled like 3 of those. We had to buy the Sandy Shocks. And then the Roaring Moon, we pulled like 3 of those.
Who pulled 3 of those?
You did.
Yes.
Right here, I know I have a PSA 10, so eventually I will submit it.
That-
got a Gold Dango we had to buy.
That Gold Dango we had to buy, and I really, really wanted to pull it.
Pulled like 2 of the Millas.
Again, who pulled 2 Mellows?
Yep. And then everything else here we actually pulled. I think we pulled like 3 or 4 Rikas. I only pulled 1 Tulip, and it sucks because this one's really off-center, or OC, so I would love to pull another one eventually and kind of switch it out with what's in my
I thought
binder.
we did a random pack, we pulled another one of her,
No.
but it was still bad.
Yeah, nope. I only had 1 of her so far. We've got the Garchomp, Iron Valiant. We did have to buy. This is the only gold card we had to buy. All the rest of these, we had multiples.
Yeah, that's the reason why we had to buy that one, because we had so many multiples.
Yeah, but we did end up having to buy that Roaring Moon. I go ahead and throw in the energy cards. I don't know why. It's just something I like to do. And then that's going to take us right into the promos. We did do the promos for these ones, mainly because I kind of really liked them. So did the Pineco. I really like that Sinistea. You got the Cetitan and the Arctibax. And that's going to take us right into Screentail and the Iron Bundle. Again, I did submit like 3 or 4 each to PSA to try to get a 10. And then the rest of them will sell on our eBay eventually. I got that Roaring Moon. That is going to be from the Roaring Moon box. And then obviously the Iron Valiant box produced that promo. Coming to the back, you do have some of the hollows from those. And then we had a couple of duplicates, including the Roaring Moon and the Iron Valiant. Coming to the back here, again, I always kind of like to mark down what it is that we've gotten through this set. So there was 2 ETBs for this one. So one of these has what I actually collected, which you can see all the check marks, and then the other one's going to remain blank. So it was a ton of fun to collect. It was a lot of fun to collect these. All right, and that's going to bring us to the end of the video for Paradox Rift. Again, we don't have any PSAs yet for it, but eventually we will. We typically like to get 1 or 2 PSA 10s, add it to the wall, and then now it's part of the collection forever. But really good set. I think we spent like $2,100 on this, and then I think we made about $1,800 back.
Yeah, we did better than I thought we were gonna do.
Yeah.
What really helped is
The Roaring Moons.
the Roaring Moons, the Iron Valiants, and there was another. So we did get to sell pretty early on. We still missed the mark by a little bit, but the EXs, we had some of the top EXs
And a bunch of them.
At the right time, so that helped out.
Yeah.
As well.
So I think this master set probably cost us anywhere from $300 to $800, somewhere in there. So it was right on target with what we wanted to do. Again, as we continue to open up new master sets and we attempt to master different sets, we will let you know, honestly, what are we spending? What are we selling on eBay? What's our return? Is it worth it? Things of that nature. So we will definitely keep you up to date on that. And hopefully you continue to follow us along that journey, because we are going to master every Scarlet and Violet set.
Well, I mean, I think we'll just keep going.
Yeah, we'll see where it takes us.
Yeah.
But I think Scarlet and Violet is definitely going to be my target.
I'm not going pre,
No.
because those booster boxes are like $3,000 to whatever $1,000.
Yeah. So this has been a lot of fun. Let us know in the chat if you liked our master set. Again, on December 16th, we'll be doing a big live at 1 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you join us, because we're going to be giving a ton of free stuff away.
Cards, slabs.
Yep.
151
Mats.
and dice.
And
boxes.
And boxes and everything. So just make sure you're joining. So this is going to be our channel's largest giveaway. We're also going to be playing Christmas music while we're opening.
Drinking Christmas cocktails
And Christmas cookies. So please join us for December 16th at 1 p.m. Eastern. Other than that, collectors, thank you for tuning into our video. And remember to go out there and collect them all.